KMTV, we are broadcasting to you from the city of Minnesota. My name is Nathan Charles in the presenter seat on this beautiful day. It's Friday and it is indeed the weekend. We're looking at issues from Liberia. As you all know, more names are out in the Joseph Human Boycott leadership and Jeremiah Cohn. Who are those appointed in the government of the Unity Party of Joseph Human Boycott? People are saying that, hey, more names are out because it's been almost close to a week. The president did not nominate anyone. But now, yesterday, the names keep pouring. So the executive mansion website is out, the Facebook page is out. Media institutions now are very busy on those appointed in the Joseph Human Boycott leadership. Who's in and who's out? We're hearing all kinds of names are surfacing. Some old folks from the Unity Party during the regime of Erin Johnson Sharif, they are now back again in government, while other young folks are also coming up to step up the affairs of Liberia under the Joseph Human Boycott leadership. So we'll be hearing some of the names and going into them, some of the ministries. We are hearing that some people who were in the race, who have sent in the CV or were expecting certain position, they have been slapped in the face. These are other stories we're following on the Diaspora Talk. My name is Nathan Charles. We'll be looking at what's going on at the confirmation hearing. Few people nominated by President Joseph Human Boycott have started going for confirmation. Some of them have been confirmed. Who are those? We'll be telling you on the Diaspora Talk. Also, too, senators are taking the lead following Joseph Human Boycott pronouncement that he will lead the tests for drugs in Liberia. He and Jeremiah Cohn will take the drug test. But already, some senators have already taken the initiative, headed by Nathaniel McGill, U.S. sanctioned senator there in Liberia. And we'll be hearing from cross-section of Liberians. What do you make of the nomination of those by President Joseph Human Boycott? And yesterday at the Capitol building, it was indeed drama. It was indeed a drama. The senators, headed by Senator Darius DeLong, abruptly shut down or cut off the confirmation hearing of Foreign Affairs Minister Designate Sarah Yanti, Beslo Yanti. What is going on with all our foreign ministers? We heard the situation. There was a lot of drama with Maxwell Kimia under the leadership of George Weah. Now, the lady designated for that position, Sarah, is under strong scrutiny because, according to the Capina for Academic Crime Code, they are saying that Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti has a fake degree. She lied on her CV. She was to face the confirmation hearing of the senators, but that was shut down. We'll be playing you clips about that. And the man who defeated Buffer Chimos, former House Speaker Buffer Chimos in Maryland County, Mr. Williams, officially certificated by the National Elections Commission. Let's take a break from our sponsor. When we come back, we'll look at all of these stories. And if you want to participate, if you have WhatsApp, you want to participate, call our numbers 816-433-979. Again, 816-433-979. And you participate on our program, WhatsApp, via WhatsApp, and clear your chest on the appointment of those in government. Let's take a break from our sponsor.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
Indeed, this is KMTV, the Diaspora Talk Show. My name is Nathan Charles. We ask you to share this show as we are going live. Share the show on all platform and every group so others can have the chance to listen to what we are about to say. Let's go into this development. This is breaking. This is breaking. We just got a report that there is a protest, and from the Unity Party have gathered. Uh, and from the resident of Joseph Human Burka in Painesville, he lives around the rehab community there. They are protesting, according to them, the information we are gathering. They are upset because key officials of the party, such as the national chairman, Reverend Luther Tappe, have not been appointed. They also, according on the president, they are wondering why the president is still reneging or wasting some time to appoint key officials of the party. We've also heard that, hey, they are saying that the positions such as NPA and MCC, and, they are concerned why that decision was reached. They're looking at other appointment in government. So that's a developing story we still gather reports about. Now we have here heard that President Joseph Human Burka made several appointments in government, and they are scheduled for confirmation hearing by the Liberian Senate. So just yesterday, as you know, I know some of you are familiar, but there were several appointments made in government. I'm trying to put out the list here so I can read it, but I have some of the pictures of those who were uh, nominated, designated by President George Weah. So we are hearing, let's go straight to the Armed Forces of Liberia. Now, Theophilus Dan, nominated as Deputy Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. David Fallow, promoted to the rank of Brigadier General and nominated for Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Let me see if I can pull up two of these newly AFL officials now. As you know, General Prince Johnson III, he was appointed as defense minister. So this is the new face of the army. That's kind of Theophilus down right there. He's the new face of the army. And this other person was also nominated too by President Joseph Boyka. And these are the people who will now steer the affairs of the army, replacing Prince C. Johnson III and Geraldine Doe, who served the army under the regime of George Weah. They were also promoted to the defense ministry. Let's go back to the list here of nominees. So the commander in chief, let's go back and see. So Daniel Zinga, who was defense minister, he was nominated as ambassador designate, while Brigadier General Geraldine George retired and nominated as deputy minister for operations at the Ministry of Defense. Major General Prince C. Johnson retired and nominated as Minister of Defense. So that's the changes there from the security apparatus. As you already know, today we've seen Abraham Krumah. He was facing the confirmation hearing of the Senate, and he pledged to improve the welfare of drug enforcement officer. He said he will increase their welfare and increase their income in terms of as a means of motivating them. So he has already face confirmation hearing. Also, to Boyman Kamara, finance minister, he was confirmed by the Liberian Senate days after he went for confirmation hearing. Sylvester Grispade, he has also been confirmed to uh, by the Liberian Senate. And Double Jada has been confirmed by the Liberian Senate, and he now replaces Thomas Dona at the Liberia Revenue Authority. This integrity idol, most Liberians are happy that, hey, Double Jada, because of his stand in Liberia, working at the PCP, Public Procurement Concession Commission, working at the University of Liberia. Everybody know the name from that entrance that saw massive failure and nobody could brag. Double Jada was in that, and now he's now going to the Liberia Revenue Authority. We hope that we can attract more revenue from that part of Liberia because, as you know, the LRA is very instrumental in Liberia. And on yesterday, Finance Foreign Affairs Minister Destined Sarah Besler Yanti went for confirmation hearing, but it was abruptly halted. Senator Darius DeLong cited these reasons.
And the confirmation here
And on behalf of the committee
from the Prime
of Foreign
Minister,
Affairs,
that's the next.
we would
Madam
like to
Sarah
announce
Beslo Yanti,
that we have
and I
resolved
presiding is
to postpone this hearing
Senator Abraham Darros.
due to some factors occurring immediately. And this hearing will reconvene on Monday at the time to be determined by the committee, and they will be communicated to the office of the Secretary of the Senate.
So
So
committee
the
has been
hearing has been
Hearing is
postponed.
hereby postponed.
Has been postponed.
So you listen to Darius DeLong citing security breach. And indeed, the grounds of the Capitol was flooded. People from all walks of life, I mean, they, as some of the Capitol, they entered the chambers of the Capitol, some sitting on the chairs of senators and causing chaos there. Even other people as of the jubilant celebration at the grounds of the Capitol yesterday when Myron Stewart Wesley Yankee went for confirmation hearing. So some senators were not happy to see the grounds of the Capitol touch up performances Giuliani did last night Friday. There were other prominent women who attended the program as well. That's just from the outside of the grounds of the National Legislature. So that some ladies they're performing and they were celebrating when Sarah Besler Yanti went for confirmation hearing. But hey, that did not go down well. As Senator Darius Dayton said, security breach and shut down the entire hearing. So the hearing is scheduled for next week, hopefully, and all security measures will be put in place. Madam Sarah Besler Yanti is under criticism from the campaign of academic crime. They are alleging that hey, she's has a fake degree, and they cannot let her to become our foreign affairs minister because she will be the face of the president. And Madam Besler Yanti has said, "Give me the opportunity, I will defend." All of those comments coming that I have a fake degree and I'm not competent in terms of academic credential to rule that foreign affairs ministry. We've been hearing from all sides there at the grounds of the Capitol building. So we hope to wait until Monday when they arrange the hearing to know from Madam Besler Yanti what kind of documents, CV she presented to the national legislature. And now the public will scrutinize it. We have seen a couple of letters on social media that, hey, Madam Besler Yanti, you did not really acquire academic education and you've been faking your way to make it. Let's go to this other development. Senator Prince Johnson is not happy since President Joseph Boakai altered that he will ensure the crime code, the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia. He will ask the international partner how they can work with the Liberian government to make it suitable. But Senator Johnson, at the start of this week, took to his pulpit to give this short statement that, hey, there is no need for the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia because we need to move ahead. Liberians are happy. Why would Joseph Boakai, who wrote that speech, he also lashed at the person who wrote the speech for Joseph Human Parker. It is not clear since his utterance. People are wondering what is happening between the pair, because you and I know it was because of Prince Johnson's support that Joseph Human Parker swept Nima County and Jeremiah Cone swept Nima County. They spent close to 2 or 3 months in all villages in Nima County rallying the support. But hey, that still does not stop the president from exercising what is right. So President Joseph Boca, during his speech, mentioned war and economic crimes, quote, that is not going down well with Senator Johnson. As you know, he's a warlord. He is on record, it's all on YouTube, how he slain former President Samuel Doe. He killed a lot of people during the war. We've heard stories of how he would just shoot people, but these things are still not applicable in our society right now. That was the war. Now the war is over. People are calling for justice. Can there be justice? Justice can only come when there is a court set up so people can be held accountable. That's why Prince Johnson is not happy. Listen to what he said at the start of this week.
Are you not happy that Joshua Biden is a preacher of Jesus? He is blessed by the Holy Ghost? Are you not happy? Are you not happy? Those who wrote the speech, I was so sad that the bishop was so come. In inauguration day, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing God bless our effort to bring a new regime. Then we sit down with happiness. You go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then you go there, I will tell United Nations, I will tell US, I will bring one grand for you. Because you think one grand for Prince Johnson? And by the time the old man was reading, when he got to the place,
That's Senator Prince Johnson of Nima County mocking President Joseph Human Boycott, saying that when the president was reading his speech soon, he spoke about war and economic crimes code, he nearly collapsed. But people don't know what's happening between the pairs because, hey, this is the two people who work together to ensure Joseph Human Boycott is president of Liberia. Now, what's going on? So we'll also this is the Diaspora Talk. Sorry for the interruption. We're having some technical glitches here. The entire production just went off momentarily. But let's see if we can bring you in most of our videos. Yeah, let's go over to this story. Yeah, the man who defeated Buffer Chimos in Maryland County has since taken seat. He participated in the session yesterday. Anthony Williams. Anthony Williams feels that Buffer Chimos is not a reconcilier. He has been speaking to the media upon
who is not willing to accept defeat. As a matter of fact, the president of the Republic of Europe, George Weah, for a president to accept 200,000 votes and say, I leave it, it means that I made me well. If our team up by this time, we can't one another in a bureau. For George Weah to accept that 20,000 vote margin in the whole Congress and say, I did that wholesaler. Then Chimo, who made 18 years and was defeated, he never brought heavy down. Such a man, God be careful with them at home. The second thing, John, we have congratulated Joseph Human Parker. Joel Howard Taylor, congratulated to the Mayaku. Amos Obachie, congratulated Yobli Kanga. And I think over, one, out of today, children have never, ever congratulated Francisco. Where are we going? They get the camera for the corporate sector? No. congratulate you also. Even Joseph Parker, continue to marry them. You are not only you were present with George here. Why George here had to congratulate Joseph Parker? You see at that level, you are not only the one who ever been.
Anthony Williams there, the man who defeated Buffer Chambers in Maryland County. And today we saw Buffer Chambers closely with the president of Liberia, Joseph Yumabok, at his office resident there. We saw them touring a presidential ambulance. We'll bring you more on that development. And we want to say this is what's happening in Liberia. Let's go over to this next development. Yeah, a lot of things happening in Liberia. I'm sorry, my software is trying to uh play some tattoo with me. It just froze just now. So let's go over to this next story here, where Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fufana has been giving updates on why President Joseph Yumon Borka has not declared his assets and moving to the executive mansion, coupled with what happened on Monday when the president went to the United Methodist University, where someone intruded and almost knocked the president down from the back. So Kula Fufana has been talking more. She's the new presidential press secretary. She has been talking more on all of these issues.
Working very hard around getting the appointments that he's made to the public. So yes, he's in control. I can tell you that for a fact. I can tell you that he is 100% excellency is going there, but it's happening as soon as possible, ongoing. But I can tell you that those securities have been reassigned. And the graduate of United Methodist University, where he spoke about information, is that the individual in question came to report himself to the office, particularly the Liberian National Police, and new details have emerged that his intent initially has been that he had interest in meeting His Excellency. But the venue, the time, and he thought that that was an opportunity for him. But it's a serious security issue, and internally there has been actions taken. Those securities who were on duty have been reassigned, and they're still the investigation is still ongoing. But I can tell you that those securities have been reassigned, and other discussions in relation to that matter is still being considered and still being taken into place. I think on the issue of moving to the executive mansion, the chief executive will be moving to the executive mansion as soon as possible. There are works, active renovation, minor renovation works happening. The president wants to be at the mansion like today. However, as you know, the condition will have to be suitable to host His Excellency. The rest of the other team members, you will see in the course of the week. We're hoping that during the time of that, we can all take the media team, all come to the mansion and see as well when the Excellency is going there. But it's happening as soon as possible. Lastly, I want to talk to you about the issue of the President Access Declaration. And I'm sure some of you are interested in that. I'm happy to report to you that that process is concluding. You will be hearing very soon that the president is declaring or has declared his access.
That's Kura Fufana, the presidential press secretary, talking on these issues. She said, hey, the individual who touched the president unknowingly, that person reported himself and said he just wanted to have a time with the president, Joseph Boga. The EPS officer were reassigned because everyone were very shocked because from the back, he held the president from the back like this and went, and everyone was like, why did that happen? That was not, a good moment there. Everyone was like, oh, knowing what happened to the president on his inauguration and knowing how his age and the way he's like, he's not like the person. He took his time, and everyone was afraid what was going wrong, and they wanted to know who was that. Was it opposition, member of the opposition, or is somebody trying to knock the president down, or what? So thank God they are investigating, and we hope that don't happen because it was completely security breach. And hey, we hope the president will declare his assets because it says preach what you do. So he said assets declaration. We hope that he declare his assets. It's been close to 10 days now. He has not declared his assets. That's how Liberian people say, oh, we're working up modalities. I know most of our government officials, that's how they will say, because if you want election in November, you had time to plan all of these things. You have people who work with you, come up with your assets declaration and do it. I mean, you should know your properties, your other business, and other things you have. You want election in November. How long will it take you, Mr. President? And December came, January came. How long will it take you? You're going 10 days into office. Already we've seen senators have declared their assets. Or Senator Borchard Sigmund, Darius Dillon, Yomblin Kaka Lawrence, they have declared their assets. But President Joseph Yumon Borka is not doing his assets declaration as everyone expected. Even the LACC is urging officials to declare their assets. And let's go to this other latest development. I'm sorry, I have to start putting in my videos one at a time. Senators have queued up, led by Senator Maygibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill to take the drug test. As you know, we have heard that the police boss, Destinate, have already presented a sealed copy of his drug test to the Liberian Senate. And most senators are now doing that because, hey, that was an order asked by President Joseph Yumon Borka, like, hey, can we do our drug test? He said he and Jeremiah Kuhn will lead the way, but already senators have started to lead the way to do the drug test. It's important that people who come to these high power do the drug test, even in the great US. Even everyone who go to work, there are a lot of jobs you have to do level, you have to do drug test. It is not intended to say, everyone is taking in drugs, but just to know, because once you take in these substances, you are not normal, and it breaks down most of your system. So Jerry Brown, his team, and other senators today led the process. As you know, Jerry Brown, he's a medical doctor. He was one of the frontline doctors during the Ebola situation in Liberia. Let's listen to the conversation. Sorry, we queue a particular spot, but because our software collapsed, so we have to just run it through.
I'm Dr. Harris.
And I will see you. Like the way we Harris and
You did that, Harry?
I mean, not Dr. Harris is, yeah.
You use substance sometimes weeks ago, it will not show up on this test. Okay? This test will show substances used in the immediate past. So within about a week or so, we show you the substances you have taken. And that's what we have here. But I wouldn't talk much to hold you with the details and the science behind it. But if you have questions, we will ask and then we can talk more about it.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah.
Rapid test, take a urine sample, and then within 5 minutes, we can give you the results of the urine.
Yeah, Obadiah Johnson from Front Page Africa. Are you going to make public the report from the test on the senators?
So people's medical reports are confidential. Okay. However, if they give consent, okay, and we prefer, we will take oral consent, but written consent is what we usually use. If we have this documentation to provide people medical reports, we can provide it. Okay. But yeah, medical records are confidential, except if they want these things to be publicized.
What guarantee can you give to the public that the drug test expected to be conducted on the senators will not be compromised?
Well, the guarantees we give is that we are professionals and we trust our doctors and our team. We are professionals and we respect our license that we have worked many years to obtain. Okay? So when we are to ask to do a job, we do it to the best of our abilities, with all regards for whatever sentiments we think we may have. Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. McGill?
Yes.
Drink alcohol and marijuana.
Alcohol is ethanol. Okay? It's a different substance. Okay? So the test will detect alcohol specifically. If it's marijuana,
it has an active substance that the test will detect
So
as well.
from the result, you can know exactly.
From the result, you know what substance it is in your body. After all, it's spoken.
And the substances that have been declared illegal will determine whether the person is on illegal drug or substance.
So that
And again, all
So what we're doing here, the press, ladies and gentlemen, you see the federal court. So the men will tell you saying they want to drug there, they want to they go. We're not talking about people drinking beer, everybody drink beer.
No, everybody don't drink beer.
No, I mean my
No, I can't drink whiskey.
we'll proceed with
Those that can drink beer will defend beer.
Senators there, led by Nathaniel McGill, Darius Dillon, Zoe Matter Pinnon from Grand Jita County. A lot of the senators there, they were seated to do the drug test. And indeed, we've seen that police boss Gregory Krumah has presented a sealed copy of his drug test. We need that because it is important. If you come to this kind of position, you have to declare your drug test. You listen to medical practitioners, they're explaining the process that is confidential and they would not jeopardize the license or to say, oh, because it is a unity party or CDC lawmaker to expose these people medical record. Let's go over to confirmation hearing by the Liberian Senate. Today, the man who would lead the affairs of Liberia commerce sector appeared at the Liberian Senate for confirmation. He has been explaining more about his activities and how he intends to transform the commerce ministry. From a businessman who owns a very large business center there in Liberia. We're trying to go to that place, and he has been outlining some of the reforms there. You listen to senators quizzing him on some of the reforms. Let's take a listen.
Mother is Wata Modad from Olamulufa County, and my dad is Sharif Modad.
Who is he?
He was a Lebanese.
From where?
From Lebanon.
No, on the side, you go 28?
Pardon me?
I go 28.
What is argument?
You read 28?
Isn't like
what? The clergy. The Liberian Constitution.
What's it?
You ever read it?
I can't recall, but I appreciate it.
Have you ever lived out of Liberia?
Yes, I have.
Where?
I've lived in the U.S. I've lived in Cote d'Ivoire. Those are the only two places I've lived in.
How long you were with the Ministry of Commerce?
Between 2007, the end of 2006 up to 2010.
What do you think Liberian businesses are having challenges?
Why they're having challenges?
Yeah.
There are several factors that are affecting Liberian businesses. Access to finance, the regulations, the enabling environment, capacity. The capacity they have to thrive. Technology, there are so many issues affecting Liberian businesses.
What? So they use them. Did you work with FIB?
No, I did not work with FIB. I served on the board of FIB.
Okay. What led to FIB going bankrupt?
Well, FIB went bankrupt after I left FIB. And one of the reasons why I left FIB because I raised certain pertinent issues that I felt at that time would not enable the bank.
There were issues that the bank went bankrupt because the board director took loans from the bank. Are you aware of that?
If that's why the bank went bankrupt, that's not true.
What was the reason?
No, again, I wasn't there when FIB went bankrupt. I left the board.
Thank you, sir. Let me conclude now. Let me say just one more minute. One more minute. Okay, let me conclude. The nominee. Let me conclude. Please. Let me conclude, man. Yeah, time is the one. Let me conclude, man. 1 minute. I don't want it. I give it a dispensation. You got my boy. Forget it. I want to just take it small because I can see your website. So I'm forget going to. That's it. Not from Pulau. You got Pulau, man. Vote.
Indeed, the Commerce Minister being grilled by Liberian senators there on his living condition, where he live, his background in terms of his parents, and he explained because there were reports that hey, he's a Lebanese and his father, like he said, is from Lebanon, but the law says once you are born in Liberia, you are indeed a Liberian citizen. He said he lived in the U.S. and Cote d'Ivoire, so he has businesses. He has multiple businesses in Liberia. Some people are saying that it's a conflict of interest. Why would Joseph Human Boycott entrust the commerce ministry with a businessman who has his own business? Will he not take the resources and invest it into his own businesses? We've seen that happen to other ministries and agencies all across Liberia during the previous regime. So these are things that we're looking for looking at on the Diaspora Talk. Let's see, we take a break. When we come back, we bring you more development here on this production of the Diaspora Talk. My name is Nathan Charles. Cyrus McGill, the lead presenter, is not in this production today. As you know, Boyma Kamara is finance minister now. He was confirmed by the Liberian Senate. Sylvester Grisby, he also been confirmed, and Double Jada. These are the three confirmed people in government. While Health Education Minister appeared for confirmation hearing on a few days ago. So these are the stories we're following. And before I leave, before I go for our break, this black book. Somebody said President Joseph Boycott is using his black book. That's the black book. If your name is in that book, please celebrate. If your name is not there, please do all you can to ensure your name enter the black book. That's the black book there for Joseph Human Boycott. Who's in, who's out. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look at other development here in Liberia.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Chiropractic if you're having any back or neck pain. Especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. We've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years. And one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community. And we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try. If you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
Indeed, welcome back to the Diaspora Talk. It's Friday, and some of you have already glued the wind down the Friday activities, and some of you are just, hey, I'm going home, or some people I'm saying, hey, I'm going out to chill. But for us, it's just midday, it's lunchtime in the US, and we are here having lunch with you on the Diaspora Talk. LPRC knew that boss Amos Tue has since taken office. Mr. Tue is the Secretary General of the ruling Unity Party. Upon taking office, Tue promised to bring about reform in the institution. He said there will be no business as usual.
Not a problem. We will establish a clear agenda that will enhance teamwork, address internal efficiency, and provide space for personal development through capacity building initiatives. We will work with the relevant departments, particularly HR, compliance, etc., to ensure performance, punctuality, good work ethics, and high productivity. We will place premium on protecting company assets and utilize available resources more appropriately to facilitate the expansion of the company's operation. We will strengthen operational and systems efficiency to adequately support preventive maintenance and ensure that vessel discharge and loading infrastructures are in their best state at all times. Importers' contributions to the socio-economic development of Liberia have been very significant over the years. We will work with various licensed importers and distributors to jealously guard and protect their investment in order to uphold the company's enviable reputational credentials and ensure the uninterrupted availability and affordability of petroleum products on the Liberian market. The LPRC Petroleum Lab under my administration will be upgraded in keeping to ensure that quality is not compromised at all times at LPRC. The Operations Department, which is the nerve center of LPRC, that comprise oil movement and supply, and the product inspection stock section will be given serious attention if the company must grow and stay very buoyant. Product theft, when proven to be carried out by any of our employee or contractor, will be treated with utmost urgency in strict adherence with company's policy. For LPRC to succeed in its quest for adequate storage and the development of petroleum refinery, we will work collectively to design the company's corporate strategy and a new 5-year strategic plan to guide institutional development in line with the President's arrest agenda. We will seek to expand the operations of FPRC and work with everyone, including the board of directors, executive management team, senior management team, and employees, including stakeholders, to accelerate growth, increase revenue, and sustain our contribution to national government. As part of the President's desire to enhance transparency in the public space of our country, we will work with relevant agencies of government, including private firms, to commission a full-scale audit at LPRC, and the audit will include personnel, system, and financial audit to ensure that we clearly understand what we are taking over from at LPRC. And this is in line with the President's vision to ensure transparency.
That's Amos Tue there. He's now the LPRC, Liberia Petroleum Refining Company boss. He has since taken office. As you see, Amos have hit the ground rolling, inspecting every terminal and storage facility there in Liberia. And we are hearing that some partisans are not happy. They are not happy over the appointment of several names by Joseph Human Borga, and they are protesting at the home of Joseph Human Borga, where he run his office from. Let's show you some of the pictures of the new people who Joseph Human Borga designated. Let's see. This is Henson Tukle. He's the new managing director of the National Port Authority. That Henson there, Henson Tukle, he's the new director general of the National Port Authority. He was appointed by Joseph Human Borga. Let's go to another person who was just appointed by Joseph Human Borga. She is Mamaka Belity, Minister of State with a portfolio. She was appointed to by Joseph Human Borga. And hey, this big story, the guy who went to the Monrovia City Corporation, that's his picture there. I'm trying to find his name quick, from the Monrovia City Corporation, was also appointed. And another person, Joseph Borga, recalled that we are hearing who was appointed, but his name was recalled with Joe taken back by Joseph Human Borga was Eric. He was nominated but withdrawn by President Borga after the release came up in Liberia. but we are still hearing that like Martin Colley and other people are writing, they are talking that the appointment of Joseph Imamboga for his ministers, they are not happy. And Martin Kohler just wrote a few minutes ago, some of the latest appointees are just high school graduates, while top-notch professionals are being sidelined. This is not change. Who's advising our president? Since our calls are not being answered, I will do a letter titled "Good President, Bad Advisor." That's Martin K. and Cuddy. Call him the Rambo of the Unity Party. You know, Martin was very much instrumental in uh, advocating for Joseph Imamboga leadership to come into power, and he's not happy with the appointment there of some of the people. As you know, uh, everyone is now rushing. Everyone is now connecting, making their own contact to be placed on that list. And Madam Sarah Bessler Yanti confirmation hearing yesterday was shut down because, hey, the senator said there were security breach at the national legislature, and hope that by Monday or next week they will ensure that the place is protected and the confirmation hearing can go on. Double Jada has also been confirmed by the Liberian Senate. He is going now to run the affairs of the Liberia Revenue Authority, the place that will attract resources for the Liberian government. We hope that he can go and serve the people of Liberia. We'd like to say thanks for always following the Diaspora Talk show. My name is Nathan Charles, ending this production here. Sorry, we're having some lot of glitches here and our technical work, but you can experience it. All of our videos and talking points, everything just froze. So we'd like to say thanks for always following us. Don't forget KMTV. We are always breaking the news whenever it is important. We have been bringing you live coverage from the Capitol building and those who have been confirmed by the Liberian Senate. And you know, on today, there were a lot of confirmation hearing conducted for police boss Colonel Gregory Como, who also presented his drug test, a sealed drug test to the Liberian Senate. And Madam Sarah Bessler Yanti confirmation was halted because of security breach. And you know, let's go over some of the names here. I mean, some of the names here appointed, but I know most of you guys know it. Social media, no need to waste your time. This the names that I'll keep refreshing. KMTV Facebook page will give you all of the names that will be out very soon. And this short information here from the management of the Liberia Airport Authority, the Rabos International Airport, is informing the public about about airlines and ports user of technical glitches. So the RIA is informing the public about port and airline glitches at the RIA, meaning that some technical situation is happening there at the RIA. But they said, hey, we are ensuring that it is put to place. The confirmation hearing of Agriculture Minister Designate Alexandra Nata was also conducted yesterday, but not much attention was given to it. As you know, the arrest mission, agriculture is a key pillar on that. So we hope that, hey, our senators thoroughly vet that person who will be our agriculture minister, because Joseph Imamboka, he has a root from the agriculture sector, and he promised to improve the agriculture sector. So during his confirmation, he talked about substantial farming, he talked about marginalized farmers, and he talked about improving productivity for the Liberian market. And the West African Examination Council, WAEC, is crying out students will likely not take the exam in 2024, according to WAEC boss Dale Boto. Government owed White office 5.5 million United States dollars. 5.5 million United States dollars. The government of Liberia owed them. Boto said the money was accumulated over the periods dating back as the 90s. So it was not Eddie Johnson Sheriff alone. It was not George Weah alone. and that money was far back as the 90s, and they have not been paying their contribution to WIC of 600,000 plus dollars. So they were even constrained last year. The George Weah administration had to step in to pay the fees of WIC, and they paid just $6 million because they should have paid I'm not 6 million, 600,000. So he wants the Joseph Imaboka leadership to ensure that they start clearing out the arrears. And we also hear that civil servants are looking out for the salaries. What happened yesterday as to whether government of Liberia, the outgoing government of Liberia, left 40 million in the covers of government. The central bank governor went at the House of Representatives yesterday, but it was really messy. The governor could not clearly answer or state exactly what everyone wanted. He wasted close to 2 hours, and he was like laughing and just drilling the lawmakers them what everyone wanted. How much did George Weah left in the covers on January 19, on January 22nd? We needed these balance, but he went way back into December and started explaining all kinds of duties and expenditure, revenue, debts. I mean, I was like, I don't really know what this guy is doing. You make it complex. People don't want all those technical details. It's like, hey, Nathan, what is in your account as of February 1st? Tell me exactly what is in my account as of February 1st. But you won't go back to December, start doing it. Was so messy. I don't know what's the presentation. Even he came not with a prepared presentation. One minute he has to go to his assistant, looking in the computer, reading another figure. He has a paper on his hand, reading another figure. People are dropping. I was like, is this the central bank government? I mean governor? See how the presentation was so floppy? Is this the way you go present? So you could tell that there were a lot of cynical motive because his presentation, this is even high school or thesis, you don't even do a presentation like that for the central bank governor to appear in front of the House of Representatives in that floppy presentation manner. That was like, I was like, are you serious? Is this the way you present? Even a high school, when they say come and present a paper, you will not go work such a presentation. All of the sheets flying, you don't know your figures, they ask you direct question, you cannot even state that. So it's like maybe you want to uh please somebody, either the Weah or the Joseph Boca. You don't want to make them shame. If Joseph Boca said that hey, 20 million was left in government, tell us Joseph Boca lied. There was not 20 million that was left in government on this date. What is when the representative asks you? But instead of that, he brought more confusion. Start to explain expenditure, debts, payroll. We don't have time for all of that because the debate now is make it clear: did Joseph Human Burka lie during the State of the Nation? Did George Weah lie when he said he left 40 million? But just from the figure, the Liberian dollars component, the US dollars component, you can even imagine and say, yes, there was this money. It was more than 20 million. Because if you convert it, ask a simple question. What was the rate at that time? And again, I blame people like Thomas Fallard and other people who are not persistent on the question. You asked them what was the rate at that time. It was 188 point some dollars. Convert 188 over $2 million. It would tell you into US dollars. Then you add it on to what was left, the other US dollar. It tell you that it was like more than 20 million. So bring these things. Like Joseph Baga said, the information was not marked by hard facts. So either he wanted to please, maybe please both of them. I don't know, but it was for me, it was messy. I was disappointed, and I was like, is this an educated person who worked with finance and budget? Nobody want you to explain all of these details. Details will be provided later. This gave something called KISS. Keep it simple, short, and sweet. And that central bank government took close to 2 hours just to say, all right, look, it was crazy. Just to say that thing as to whether it was 40 million or 2 million. This is the country Liberia we in. we need to ensure that our people who come to present facts do not be cheating the facts away. And you are not here working by the will and pleasure of anybody. You are a bank governor. Tell us, you present the facts to the government, the finance ministry. What was in the account? If I call my bank and tell me, hey, what was in my account as of January 31st, they would tell me exactly what was there January 31st up to 2 p.m. or 12 a.m. or 11:59. They would tell you everything. So for him to go and start doing such a thing, it looked like a lot of things happen within that banking sector. A lot of things. It is true that hey, uh, transactions do happen. Every second transaction do happen, but in banking there are dates, there are time, and before transaction happen, you have to post the transaction. It takes few time before it's clear, so you will know exactly when this transaction was posted. How long did it take for the underwriter or the bankers to clear the check? So you will know everything. There's a whole chain of transaction there, and those of us who work in bank, we know exactly. So from the moment I saw him doing that thing, I was like, I don't know what's going on. You could tell that he was. Somebody told me truth is easy to say, but lies is hard to say. And I hope he know he was on an oath. And our lawmakers too, they should stand up to themselves. And it tell you that there is a need for a lot of education about lawmakers, because people could not even analyze. The man just told you he couldn't even tell you the rate. He tell you it's close to $2 million. Do the conversion yourself. You don't have to ask him to do it. Take your calculator, take your pen. Or some of them could not even write 2 million in the calculator on the pen. And that's like beautiful. We hope things change and we improve our living condition. Indeed, this is a Diaspora Talk. That's how I want to end it here on the program. My name is Nathan Charles. Have yourself a wonderful time from the studio here in Liberia, and let's keep our eyes open. Let's keep pushing for those of you who want leadership, for those of you who want to be in the affairs of this government. You have to ensure that you connect all of your T's and I's and ensure that Joseph Human Burger put your name in that black book. It's your name in that black book, Imari Bro, a formerly of Star Radio, and other people who watching. You have to start hitting your corners and make sure that those who want to serve Liberia, you got to make sure your name is in that black book. My name is Nathan Charles. Have yourself a wonderful time from our studios here in Brooklyn Center. When we come back next Monday, we'll look at other developments over the weekend. Have yourself a great day.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion up right. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.